Welcome to the Vault Podcast. We are your car culture cultivators. Thank you guys for having us. It is 2025, first show of the year. I'm Sean. Of course, we are joined by
Vijay on the screen.
Vijay on the screen.
Hey, it's Vijay on the screen. Robert.
And Joe. How's it going, everybody?
Vijay, where are you broadcasting from?
Chicago.
Wait, let us guess first. You're going to guess a bunker in...
Inside.
Oh.
Hey, look, it's me.
Nice.
Yo, I can see my breath.
Dude, it's cold as hell in here.
So yeah, Vijay's in Chicago for a few months, and we are going to be...
Like 6
months. Yeah. Vijay, what are you doing in Chicago right now?
Just work stuff.
I was gonna guess spin in the block.
I'll be here figuring out
He's buying the Chicago Bears.
how to work all the past stuff while being away. But yeah, my new team is based out of here, so I'll be working from here for a few months until I can move back to the Bay Area pretty soon, later this year. So yeah, I actually drove all the way here and have a lot of stuff to talk about that later in the podcast. But yeah, this is where I am.
Nice.
Vijay, have you been to 63rd yet? Or O Block?
What is everyone else up to this week? Robert, what are you doing?
Just taxes.
Taxes. Yeah.
It is
I'm really just working on taxes. I have a lot of QuickBooks that I need to catch up on. Probably all of Q4 I have to do in QuickBooks, which is pretty brutal.
You should try declaring that you're a sovereign citizen. I've always wanted to know how that worked out.
Just see what happens.
Just try it.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've just been handling like the day-to-day things and got a lot of stuff to catch up on. Yeah, nothing else really. I just feel like I've just been working for like 15 years straight.
Nice. Dude, I got a $57,000 tax bill today.
What?
$57,000.
They hit you with that?
Yes.
Why?
Your business or you?
Well, because everything is attached to my business. I'm a single.
I learned that yesterday.
You
Yeah.
mean because you're not a sole proprietor? You're an
Yeah.
LLC?
It doesn't matter.
It's the same
LLC,
thing as
S
all the
corp. Yeah,
passive.
at the end of the day.
So you, I guess, because you don't have partners. So like all the revenue, all the profit from your business goes to you.
Yes, indeed.
Technically on the IRS's books.
Yeah. Not
So
so
you gotta
much.
pay out
Not
your
so
personal-
much
Does it
on
have to
the.
come out of your
Not so
personal?
much on the S corp, but on the LLCs. Yeah.
Is your main business S corp?
My main business is an S corp, but
That's
I do
good.
have a few LLCs.
There's a lot of cash flow in that business. I feel like,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
That's the one that's actually one thing I think I have to do this year is move our business to an S corp because it's really difficult with the cash flow in our business to and with 3 partners and all 3 of us have income separate from the business, so it doesn't really.
Yeah.
It's hard because it ends up getting really confusing.
Yeah. Thinking about going to live on a reservation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah. Get in touch with my other side there. Whatever I could do.
Become a sovereign citizen.
And become a sovereign citizen at the same time.
Hey, you might as well. I mean, you might as well try.
I honestly, this has made me realize that half of business is figuring out how to do taxes.
That's all it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of it's easy. I mean,
business.
business, if you enjoy doing the business, is just doing something you enjoy doing. And then there's that 1 month period of time where you're like, holy shit, I haven't been
I
doing
do all
anything.
this stuff that it's just, why is this part of my life?
Yeah, I'm either going to get arrested or I'm going to do this right.
It's crazy, and it's oh, sorry, I didn't know. I found out today from the IRS website that there was another form, or no, sorry, the DMV website. There's another form that we need to be. I have to backdate a bunch of forms, and I just had no idea that this existed until today. Nobody told me. I didn't learn this during our accreditation.
Yeah.
I just I stumbled into this thing that is apparently a requirement. You know?
Yeah. And sometimes you can't predict how well your business is going to be, and then all of a sudden it's wait, what? We did that well? Wait, I mean I know we did well, but
well, shoot. Well, the biggest thing is where did all that money go?
Exactly. That's that part.
That's the most
Wait. How
That's the most depressing thing. I found out yesterday from my accountant. I didn't know this. I should have known this, but I guess since I'm the only owner of my LLC, my profit at the end of the year for business turns into my income.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
why people
That's-
pay
yeah.
down everything in their accounts.
So
I literally did everything. I was like,
It's my tax bill.
yeah.
So my tax bill won't be that bad probably, but like I was talking to my dad and I was telling him, I'm like, I don't think we're gonna get a tax refund this year, and she's like, why? I'm like, just that's all you need to know. I don't think we're gonna get a refund this year.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, and I'm like, yeah.
It's really.
You made it buy a house though.
I don't. It's stressful. I don't know, like, because I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely owe every year.
My entire month. This is like the last month of my life. I mean, through the holidays, literally, I would go to sleep every night and be like, "Fuck, I hope we can." Oh God, I gotta finish shit. Oh God, like, what do I get? God.
Yeah. So this year is gonna be a year of me understanding that and trying to get that cash flow down to as neutral as possible.
Yeah.
But in other news for me, I mean, like, this was my first full week back from the holidays. I got like stomach flu last week, which fucked me up. Like, I was so sick for like 3 days, and it like totally messed me up. I haven't been sick like that for like 15 years.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got it, but it
I
was
think the
bad.
last time I was that sick was in college for sure.
Yeah. It wasn't even college for me. It
I've
was
been
like
sick
maybe
like 3 times since I graduated college. It's actually wild. I used to get sick like every week.
Yeah. I've been good, and all of a sudden last week I was just out.
I think it's something that's been going around. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
everybody's been
You
kind
guys
of
been getting those CVS notifications? You guys have any prescriptions at CVS?
Mhm.
I just get a CVS text every week that's like, "There's something going around. Come into CVS and get a shot."
Yeah. Yeah, usually, I feel like usually I do get the flu shot. I don't think I did this year, which is probably why I got sick. But
I didn't get it either. I should have too. Yeah.
But
When
I got
did you
sick.
guys become my age? Jeez.
Yeah, but dude, when I got better, I felt like $1 million. I was like, this is because I haven't been sick like that in a while. So I'm like, I
It really
feel
makes
so
you
great.
grateful for your health.
Yeah,
when
I feel
you're
so great. I
sick.
was sleeping well. I was like, got up and like was like fully rejuvenated, ready to go.
Yeah.
So this week's been good. It's just been long. It's been the first week back since like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So like, I just doesn't feel like I feel like it's been like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's really it. Anything else before we get into the member?
Yeah,
Discord?
Vijay, is the beginning of your year out there? Are you excited to be there? Is it fun, or are you missing the Bay?
I mean, yeah, I see the bright side of things.
Yeah.
There are good things. Like a lot of costs have gone down by a lot. I think I already mentioned about the car insurance cost. It went down by 65%.
What?
Compared to the area.
That's
So
crazy.
I'm paying like basically $50 for my vehicle per month at the moment
Wow.
for the insurance with the same all of the coverages as I had in California. So that's good.
Did you bring the Alpha and the Beat out there?
Peugeot.
Peugeot, sorry.
Beat is stored with Joe and
Okay.
Yeah, the beats at the shop.
Okay.
That's good.
Corner.
here.
Dude,
Yeah, you didn't tow the Peugeot and the Beat behind you in the game?
I would have loved to see those cars in the winter in Chicago.
Oh, they wouldn't be cars anymore.
My cable's like covered in snow all over.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I need to get it cleaned up.
Yeah.
But then it's gonna snow again and it's gonna
Do you have any covered
be.
like storage for it, or is it sitting outside?
Yeah, this weekend I'm going to my new apartment. It's really nice, like super big, 1-bedroom apartment with a lakeside view.
Oh, sweet.
And I have a garage space, maybe I
Nice.
take 4 cars for each room. But like all of this I can get for the price of 1 bedroom I had on San Jose.
So,
Jesus.
well, we miss you, buddy, and glad you could be here today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and bear with us, guys, as we work through the tech stuff because none of us know what we're doing. So I hope in post this looks amazing. I think it probably will.
I think it'll work.
Yeah.
It's going to take a
Just
couple
gonna be
episodes.
creative.
Yeah, it'll take a couple episodes for it to be good. But without further ado, we're changing things up slightly this year. Instead of having marketplace finds and member marketplace finds, we're going to go straight to the Discord and we're going to just talk
I
about
literally
let's go.
I sat down in this seat, like there was no pause between me sitting down and me receiving a text from Jake Bauer with a marketplace find.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you
I
have
put
it?
it under my name.
Okay,
If you
good.
go to the link,
Good. We'll do that one first.
podcast
then.
link, I just put it under my name.
Oh, wait, is it?
Oh no, I put it in member Discord finds right there. It might already be up there. He might have already sent it to the group. But this one's been up for a while. It might already know about it.
So Jake sent us the first one. Or Jake sent Robert the first one, I guess. And
I think he must have known. He must have looked at my location and seen I was here.
oh, of
And
course.
sent me this.
Oh, this is a classic.
Yeah, this one has been up for 9 weeks.
Yeah. So
And none other than Bakersfield.
yeah, I remember this text. I remember sending. Oh, the end of
I think you
VinFast.
sent this to me and Jake in a group chat.
Yeah. I remember in the group chat saying one of these days we're going to find one that's good.
Today,
and VJ further, you can see the.
Hey
VinFast in the
VJ, are
background.
you on the? If you're on the
Thank
podcast,
you.
okay, good.
Wait, they have a Ferrari Testarossa replica and a VinFast?
I know, dude. The last thing they need is a Fisker Ocean.
Man,
They need a Fisker Ocean.
this
and then-
family is full of bad decisions.
Oh, and a C8. There's a C8 Corvette in the back.
Oh my
In the
god.
corner there.
Yeah, this guy seems like he's in massive credit card debt.
Yes.
That's what it feels like. But yeah, that's the first one, and that's a classic. I think we've talked about this one like 2 or 3 different times.
Yeah.
And it's still for sale. So, you know, I mean, like
True dimensions.
$7,000.
What does that even mean?
Uh,
It's the same width and length.
And look at this corner right here. Look at that.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
That's definitely a true dimension. But anyway, that brings us into the second one. I think my dad found this one. So
Oh,
this is the
man.
1988 Yugo GV. I don't know
Mike,
what that
that's
is.
a good one.
But it's crazy. He sent this last night. You know, it's a Yugo. I don't know.
Bro, if they made this car like today, it would sell like freaking hotcakes.
Yeah, if it was like a $9,500.
Oh my God.
I mean, they just can't legally make something like this. It's like- There's not a single piece of this car that would pass federal regulations.
I remember these cars because they were all over the place when I was a kid, and these were just pieces of crap.
It's like
Always.
a budget. It's like a budget Golf if you don't care about like the way the car feels and its driving dynamics.
I mean, it's just utility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Item.
barely utility, honestly. I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway,
Existence.
yeah, exactly. And it's in Vallejo.
Yeah.
Someone should pick this up.
Local.
And I think the other two are from. I think all 3 of these are from Jackson.
Ooh.
So
Who's this from?
Jackson.
Wow,
He
good
sent
find.
us this afternoon.
This is
and
cool.
this is the best use of a Fiat 500.
Yeah,
you
I
could
actually
possibly
want
have.
this.
Yeah, isn't this cool?
Somebody explain why it has that BMW logo on the front.
I feel like it has too many body panels.
Oh,
but
literally, what's going on here?
I mean, I get it. It's wild how clean it is. I wish it had.
a good build.
I wish they took the body panels off, but I kind of want to drive it. I mean, these cars are already kind of fun and really light.
Yeah, I mean, if this was in a Barth, that'd be kind of cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it would be like a fun little like
Oh, it'd be
dune
crazy
buggy, like loud, obnoxious.
It kind of scares me without a roof and no roll cage.
Yeah, no, you die in this.
It's just like
yeah, you would die in this.
that windshield has like no structural.
Yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a commitment to this car.
I guess it has.
Somebody
Oh, it does have some reinforcement on the 8-pillar. You see that?
Yeah, I mean,
roll bar in the window frame.
they tried for $5,000 though. It's this very unique experience that would win cars a coffee.
I feel like you can't build this for $5,000.
No. This guy just.
I wonder if it had like a rollover or something, and they were just like, it's totaled, and they just spent the money on doing this for some reason.
It seems like a Minecraft project where they're like, we have this
It's
random
like
pipe and it's in a car. Let's just fucking do something
It's
with
like
it.
an idea you have at 3 a.m. But you actually do it.
Yeah. And you have a lot of meth to support it.
Yeah. It's all done in one sitting.
You go.
It's
Exactly.
in Marietta. Isn't that kind of methy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Don't
I don't know
say
where that
Marietta. But anyway, the other two I'm pretty sure are from Jackson.
It's
Who is on? Oh, this was
it's
mine.
still January. You guys are going in on freaking Bakersfield and
Oh,
Marietta.
let's go.
Avanti.
Yeah, it's always.
Hey, we gotta do something.
This is cool.
Avanti 4-door. Let's check this out.
This kind of has Vijay written all over it.
Right? So when it said touring, I got really excited. I'm like, damn, Avanti wagon. Like,
Yeah,
this
I
is gonna
wish.
be weird.
But still a sedan. I feel like I see a lot of coupes, right?
Yeah, no, they're all coupes, and that's why it's so weird. But like, this is an interesting one because the interior, it's like a really interesting 4-seater. I mean, this is not a car I would.
It's a 4-seater.
Yeah, check this out.
Oh, whoa.
That's pretty
Also,
sick.
Lagonda.
Yeah.
Basically, it is
It's a
Lagonda.
Lagonda.
But anyway, I found this one for
I can't believe
$12,500.
this existed in 1990 as a vehicle one could purchase.
Yeah, this thing looks so terrible. Like,
Alex, what are you doing in 1990 to buy this?
Lots
Yeah.
of.
You know? I
Life
just
insurance?
like, who is the demographic that bought this in 1990?
I'm getting like life insurance vibe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I feel like they've used this car in a movie somewhere. Like it's been based off of like a bad sci-fi movie.
I mean,
how
that
long
exact
that
shape existed for 40 years.
But like, look at how like kind of like it looks like there's two different cars.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I was excited at first.
Are
Like
those
touring.
Corvette wheels?
They do look like the Corvette wheels.
Yeah.
The salad spinners? Is that what they're called?
Possibly. Hey, there's 90 of these. So
90?
Yeah, only 90 of them built, which makes sense. I mean, no one would buy this.
Wow.
Probably because of out of necessity.
Those lines are vicious.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough.
It just looks like poorly done Bondo.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jackson with the last one. This is a 1999 750 IL.
Nice.
Great color, bad aftermarket wheels. But these cars are really cool if you get one that's in good shape.
How's the
And
interior? Those
we're about to find
headlights.
out.
Are those headlights?
No, everything's aftermarket. The headlights and taillights are
that's what I
aftermarket.
thought.
And ran a picture of the glass.
Interior.
Bad. Yeah, I mean, this is so like you can get some really cool and interesting.
I was hoping it had
interiors.
Highline.
Yeah, you can get really great interior options for this car, and this is not the one. But
Were all the Highline cars the same exterior color? They all blue?
my dad would know. I mean, his Highline was blue, so
I feel like I only see them with blue
possibly.
exterior.
For $6,000 though, a V12 luxury sedan. I mean, this is probably a disaster to own.
Yeah, I
but,
mean, it's $6,000 to buy it.
Yeah, but nonetheless, it's a cool car, and Chatsworth, California. I mean, I don't know. Someone should pick this up. I mean, I feel like this is. I could see Spencer owning this.
Yeah, this is, I think, the best looking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spend a few more dollars for a.
Yeah, find the right one. I think if you find one for $20,000, I think that one would be the right one.
Yeah.
15 to 18.
Yeah, but like 20 would get like one of the best ones. You know, one of the best ones. Period.
They're really cool. I would love to own one at one point.
Absolutely.
I think this is. I don't know. I don't want to say that. Some people get mad at me.
What?
Do you take
This might be above me, above a 140 S600 for me.
Yeah. I was gonna ask.
Yeah, it's cool.
Aesthetically, I think I prefer that car.
Yeah.
But I get that the 140 is probably a better car.
Yeah, the 140 is a better car, but this is the E38 is definitely like a more interesting
I just
thing.
feel like I'm like I feel like I'm Jason Statham in that car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the Audi that they were making during the same time period?
Probably
SA?
an SA or
The
A8.
SA, yeah.
His dad's car.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
your dad still have that?
Yeah, the S8 is cool, but it
Was there an A8L at that period too? Or is
I would
that
assume
before
yeah, there was an A8.
Yeah.
The S8 inside feels way more like an E39 than it does an S Class. Or
Oh, really?
Series. Yeah, it feels way smaller inside and like not as luxurious. And I don't know if that's just because his example has 200,000 miles on it, or if I don't know. I just feel like there's not much legroom compared to a 7 Series or a long wheelbase 140.
Yeah.
Those like shit on the Audi, but like
Yeah.
the Audi's still the S8's a sweet car.
So we're all in agreement that we would take the BMW.
I take the BMW
It'd be
unless
really tough.
unless the S600 was the perfect.
Yeah, if it was
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a
That'd be
good-
really hard. If they were like equal quality, really good cars, like it was like a Highline 750 and like a really nice color 140, it'd be kind of hard
Yeah.
for me. I think.
Yeah.
What do you
They
say?
didn't have parchment interiors.
Yeah.
It's not parchment.
Yeah.
What do you say, VJ?
Yeah, I think the E38 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look so good.
Yeah. Timeless design.
Yeah.
Driving dynamics wise, the E38 wins. I think
Luxury.
the long term livability. I think the S600 is better.
Yeah.
Did it come with a manual or what?
V12s never came with a manual. You can get like the tiny V8s and 6-cylinder cars in Europe in the 7 Series in manual, but like you don't want those. If you're gonna get a boat, you get the biggest and baddest engines.
Was the 750? Was it always a V12?
Yeah.
And then the 740s were the.
Yeah, that generation 750 was the V12, 40 was the M62 or
Yeah.
M60, which are fine. I mean, but the V12 really puts it up like a notch of like luxury.
Yeah.
But
Sweet.
yeah. Okay, so that brings us into the main topic of this podcast, which since it's technically our first podcast of the year, since we've been on a break and everyone got sick all at once, it's all about New Year's aspirations. So not necessarily like your goals for the year, but like what are you wanting to do that you might have done, might not have done enough of in 2024, or what are you trying to do to make yourself better in 2025? So why don't we start with Vijay? Since you have actually probably had the most change in this year so far, but what do you think? Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, since I'm on the outdoor side, I think I plan to do a lot more road tripping to about different states this year. This like the last couple of years, I did most of my driving and exploring within California, and obviously there's so much more diversity there. So you can like within one state you can see almost all sorts of geography. But I plan to explore a lot more the Smokies this year, the Michigan coast, maybe a little bit of that. Yeah, just generally explore good roads around this area. Once the snow is kind of done, and then I can get out a little bit more. So plan to explore this time. And I think being out here, I have more free time, and with the garage space I have, I'll maybe spend more time checking off some of the vendor documents items to fix on the two cars, especially the Pujo. We definitely do some improvements. The mechanical side of it is pretty good, but there's small things here there that I can definitely improve. I could maybe even think about getting a new paint job as well, because the roof still doesn't have clear coat at the moment. So that's something that I could do and double the social acceptance value of it.
It's also way cheaper in Chicago to get a paint job, I'm assuming.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, you can go to like Southern Illinois and.
I could just go to Indiana and just get it done for like $300.
Yes. Yeah. So have you figured out anything about car culture there? There's got to be there's a business out in Detroit that we know really well, and they've been saying that like the last 5 years or 8 years or so, like car culture has really returned to like Detroit and like other parts of Michigan. And have you gotten into it at all there?
No, I haven't explored really at all. So I have to go out and check out.
I guess it's a bit early for the season hasn't really started yet.
Right. So until April, things will be basically standstill. Everyone will have their good cars in storage. Nothing's going to get out until then. So maybe in March, April, I'll start seeing some good stuff coming.
Yeah.
But that's
exciting. I feel like learning, like meeting a new city's car culture is kind of a fun thing to do. Especially if you're there for like enough time to get to actually know a lot of people.
Yeah, I do have a bunch of friends here, so maybe in the Porsche community here, so that would be nice. And they usually drive down a few times a year down to Tail Dragon. I've done that with them a couple of times before, so that'll be a fun plan this year as well. It's like a few days of exploring the Smokies, a bunch of roads there, swapping keys. Yeah, that'll be fun. And then I also, about the road trip thing as well, like I actually drove 3,300 miles to get here. And I took, ideally it takes only about 2-3 days, but I planned the route through a bunch of beautiful places. So I took 6 to 7 days and covered a lot of good miles through Nevada, Utah, Colorado, and then straight to Chicago after that. But I did cover like a bunch of nice places, including Vegas, Bryce, Zion, Capitol Reef, all these cool places. It was nice to have one car to drive through these roads instead of driving in an SUV or something. So it held up pretty well with weather, different conditions, like including a snowstorm, which I had to survive for about a whole day.
Yeah, I saw those photos.
I was surprised. I was surprised how well, although I had to turn off the music and focus for like 6 hours through a snowstorm, but I definitely made it through okay.
Jeez.
Do you have to chain up for that, or is just
No, that was mostly on highways when the snow started. So after Denver, it was all highways after Denver through Nebraska and Iowa. It was about 9 hours of active snowfall, but highways would make it really good. So there was no standing snow, so it was okay. Just that I couldn't go over 20% properly, so I was just carefully treading over that. So that was fine. There were some scary moments, though, like a couple of accidents, like semi-truck slid off and crashed.
I'm sure.
Ahead where I was, so that
I would hate to be an interstate trucker.
So many people crashed out on the roadside. But luckily I made it through before the worst of those instruments.
Sweet.
nice? Robert, what about you? What are you planning?
For the year,
Mm-hmm.
most of my stuff is kind of business planning. We have our goals for the year. We would like to last year was our first year in business, so was like a kind of evaluation mode to see what we can really do. We set a goal, and we were like 130% or 136% over our revenue target for the year. So hopefully we can do another, like, if we can match what we did last year, that'd be really cool for growth. That's kind of all I think about all the time.
More manual swaps.
More what?
Manual swaps.
More manual swaps. Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't know. I'm just thinking about work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course. I mean, that's what growing a new business is all about, right?
Well, and it's the beginning of the year. I feel like you guys are probably in this mood too. Like the beginning of the year is like all you think about is like what's going to happen this year.
Yeah. No, I don't give a shit anymore. I'm 14 years in now.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to travel a little bit more this year. I got ski passes this year. I haven't bought myself like a season pass for skiing in 4 years just because I haven't wanted to really spend the money. So I'll be doing that a lot more. And like I have a trip with a bunch of my college friends next month, and I'm going up next week. And
yeah. You know, resetting yourself with self-care, traveling, just getting away from it all.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's weird how like, because I feel like I could like be home for a week and just not go to the shop, but it doesn't feel any different than if I am going to the shop every day. And then if I go like to Tahoe or something for a week, it feels so different.
Or Bakersfield.
Yeah. I mean, it feels really different if I go to Bakersfield. Yeah. That's kind of it.
What are you, Sean?
So, I think ours may fall in line together because I was thinking the same thing that you were thinking, and that's just actually just doing more car-related things.
Like for fun?
For fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I didn't see that response, but I like that.
Yeah.
I kind of agree.
So, and I don't want to steal your thunder, but I think, when we first started, we were, really like wide-eyed and everything was just fresh.
Yeah.
In the car scene in 20.
And shit was so crazy.
20 was just crazy. Yeah. I mean, every week was unpredictable. We had so many people coming out. There were so many events that not only we were doing, but other people were doing as well. I think there was a big challenge in the car community, to keep upping on the offerings that were out there. And I think this went on for the past, for a couple years afterwards. And, I think last year, is once everything was open, we were, certainly I wouldn't say everything was open because it's been open, but everybody was kind of in a moving groove of things. I think the car culture, as far as car prices started leveling out.
Yeah.
The economy changed, and I don't know. I feel it changed not only the maybe my perception, but it will definitely change my perception, but it just changed a little bit of the culture around.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. So everything just kind of flattened out, over the past couple of years, and so I'd love to find some more of the passion that we had earlier on, that I had early on.
Yeah.
Especially with cars. And get back on the road.
Yeah. I don't know the last time I did like a car thing for fun, like purely just out of fun,
Yeah.
I mean, it's been like.
Well, you were an early adopter. You stopped having fun in 2020.
I was gonna say it's been like over a year at least.
I mean, I have the same idea. I mean, like last year in 2024, I think I could probably count the amount of times I went to an event or car-related activity that we didn't host on my hand. Like I probably did like 4 or 5 different things.
Per week.
I saw you at
that's it.
Berkeley Cars and Coffee
That was
one time.
it.
I know
One time.
I went to Berkeley Cars and Coffee and you went to it, and that was the one thing I know I did last year.
And I enjoyed it.
Purely just for enjoyment. And I drove one of our consigned cars there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even really that.
So like this year, I really want to make it, and also like we have friends in the car community, all of our members that like all do all these things, and like and they always invite us to all these things, and I want to go. And like last year, for some reason, I just didn't have like the passion or energy to want to do it because we did so much, So that there's two different sides to this. One is I am going to go to more things that aren't our own things.
Yes.
Just to enjoy myself and to get out the cars that I've been caring about, and like enjoying and like seeing other people enjoy them. Like, because when I go to my own events, I don't show anything,
It's work.
Yeah,
It's work.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, and
it
you
really
also
is
like you're
something
trying to make sure people are like having a
Having a
good
good time.
time.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
Major
Is
goal when
yeah.
you're doing one of those things is just like
It's enjoying.
you're not trying to have fun. You're trying to make sure other people
Yeah.
Have fun,
right?
absolutely.
And with that, I think that will translate into what we host, and we'll see. I really had a good time at this thing, so let's maybe move in that direction, or maybe do less and less is more kind of mentality.
Yeah.
So there's those two things. Personally, I want to enjoy myself at other car people's events, and go out on drives more and enjoy the weather. Like the weather for me personally has been amazing the past 2 weeks.
Yes.
This is my
Perfect
ideal
driving weather.
January to March, or January to April, in my opinion, is the best in the Bay.
Yeah.
So I want to enjoy that more. I also want to focus on the E28 and the wagon and perfect them. There are very small things that both those cars need that I've been neglecting to do, because this is the same reasons why I, last year, have had no energy or enthusiasm to fix those things. So now I'm going to get all that stuff done. So hopefully this year those two cars are perfect. Professionally, in 2024, it was the year, at least for me, of taking really big risks and just jumping into things and hoping things work.
Yeah.
And most of them did. So this year for me is about refinement and trying to make sure that everything I'm doing professionally is optimized.
Yes.
And I'm not wasting anything, or I'm growing, because this year we made in terms of revenue, it was a 300% growth.
Nice.
So I want to, obviously 300% is a lot, and so I don't expect that to happen this year. But I still want to continue that growth. I want to hire someone, and I want to make sure I'm doing everything right and optimizing.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing over my head that's daunting.
Yeah.
And everything else I'm just going to try to enjoy the ride.
Yeah. I'm glad you touched on that, because I think we, over the past few years, we focus a lot on accumulating stuff, right? We want this car. Oh, this car's cool. Let's get this. And it's been a constant change of cars coming into, in and out of our garages. But like you said, now it's just all about refinement, is appreciating the things that we have and just making them better. So that's what I'm looking forward to is the Z's, put together. The Mercedes is almost done. I'd love to get those fake badges off the Porsche sometime this year.
You've been saying that for 3 years.
But I'm gonna do it this year.
You're gonna send it to Roof this year, is what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
It's
We'll sit down and we
just do the rest of it.
Sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah.
I already paid for the car with a badge, so now I have to pay $40,000 for the Probably more than that.
Yeah, no, but we've had some cool cars, and we continue to have some cool cars that I'm sure that we'd all love to perfect.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I think I would really like to. I need to find a place to store my one car, but I would like to have one. I would like to get rid of my non-daily cars this year and just buy one car that I enjoy. I just don't know what kind of experience to go after.
Yeah. For you two, it's probably especially more difficult, because you guys you see cars in and out, and it's just so related to what you guys do on a professional level.
Yeah, it's a little hard for me to want the trouble of another car that could cause problems, or that I have to manage.
Yeah.
I also get automotive ADD. I'm 1 week I'm I really want a 996 Boxster, and then I get into the client's car. And I'm well, this is actually super nice too, and then I want this, and then so I've just decided that at this point I'm just gonna make the cars I have really undeniably good.
Yes.
And then if I want to sell one, I can buy something else.
Yeah.
And that's just what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, my biggest problem is the cars we get that we are selling, or I can't afford them. I'm nowhere near being able to afford these cars, and but I get to drive them, so I really enjoy them. And how do I distill the experience of this car and find something that I can afford to buy and own? That isn't built in the 50s, because really a lot of it you take these really visceral experiences that these special cars have, and the only way to find that is to go way back in time. But then you have to own a car from them. And it's you don't. If you have one fun car, you really want it to be something that old.
Yeah, but see, you're living all of our dreams though. and plus you get all the benefits of not owning it. So
Yeah,
you
that's
can
true.
drive these multi-million-dollar cars around,
Sometimes.
bring them to shows, and hopefully spark some interest,
Yeah.
and then take it back and not have to worry about a bill.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
What's your crash out?
I
Yeah.
can tell in your face.
It is.
It's not that
It's
easy.
like one of them to be mine.
You're right.
What was that, Vijay?
Do you see the F40 crash?
Yeah, the really high mile
In
one.
the UK?
It was allegedly the highest mile car in the world.
How many miles did it have? Like 25,000 or something?
No, we have a client that has one with like over 30.
That's hilarious. That's high.
That's
I mean,
yeah. I mean, like that Diablo GT that we just sold was like
30,000 mile E20
high.
would be like the
It had
lowest in the U.S.
60 something thousand.
Yeah, it was a high
kilometers.
miles car. Yeah, I mean
That's,
that makes.
that's kilometers. That's 30,000
Oh,
miles.
okay, well, there we go. I'm meeting numbers here.
Yeah, I saw that. That was sad, but it's gonna get rebuilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of F40s. I mean, like
1400.
Yeah, and that's 1400, right? I'd be sadder if it was something lower.
And then Ferrari must have made a few more sequences.
Yeah.
First plans.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, right? Yeah, we'll make 1,400, but really,
It's like 1440.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, money's
let's
money.
do that. Yeah.
You wave some cash in my face, I'll maybe make another one.
Exactly.
If you wanted an F40 today from Ferrari,
They make it.
they'd make it.
Yeah. For like $5 million, something like that.
Yeah.
$6 million.
Oh,
Yeah.
more than that, but yeah.
More than that, yeah.
Probably,
Yeah.
So the scenario for this week, we talked about this in depth, and by in depth I mean about 2 minutes. What is,
Tough here.
and this is because Porsche is just the most homogeneous brand in the world. What Porsche are you buying to stand out in? As in, what is the Porsche to end all Porsches? And this is a little bit of a game of speed because once somebody's named a Porsche, you can't choose that one too. So you have to maybe have a back.
I go first.
Yeah, okay, go Porsche.
Okay, so I am gonna go with a yellow CGT.
Yellow.
Yellow.
They did make yellows.
They made yellow, yeah. Loud, vibrant. CGT is, showstopper. Especially a straight pipe CGT. Let's go.
Yeah, they recently-
I'm going all the way.
They got their new tire program and their recall thing all together.
They- they
So
fixed your
can you actually drive them though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't they set a new record? Like they beat, they're like faster around than
by like 17 seconds or something.
But it was faster than the
20
918
Oh no way!
with new tires.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
with new tires.
I knew it was like a significant.
It was crazy to me that
Yeah.
their old hypercar is faster than the new one with modern technology.
I mean, it's power, weight, and.
So my answer is a car.
Who wants to smoke?
Some wall shows.
Wait, speak up a little bit.
Yeah, my choice is a car that's one shows in the past. I don't know if it was on I guess. It's red. It's been to wall shows in 2020, maybe 21.
The red,
The slant- is it
car.
Tony?
The
Tony special.
Oh,
Tony.
Oh yeah.
does that even count as a Porsche? I mean, I guess it is.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a
It's
C60
an
too.
962.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's just two.
See, if I were going for that, I'd want the the one in Japan that was converted to a road car but without like cutting anything. I think it was a 962. It might have been a 917. But that's a good answer.
With the livery and everything.
Yeah. The one that you see. Oh no, it's in the UK. It goes to like a
It's in
Tesco.
Norway, it's in the Scandinavian.
Yeah. That's a good answer.
That's a hot car.
You know what I'm gonna do?
But
Just
the Tony special is like a really nice car.
yeah. It is a cool car, and it was fun to see.
I mean, I think like a lot of Porsche owners wouldn't even. It would take them a moment to realize it was based on a Porsche.
Yeah. But those
That
that
has a Porsche chassis.
those that would know would be
That's how outlandish it is.
yeah.
Does
Good pick.
Pierce have a connection to that car? I've seen direct driving once, maybe with ECB, I don't know.
Yeah, it was. I think it's sold. I don't know if it's sold. It was owned by Gen, who we all know. He was in the Bay Area. He had a lot of really cool cars over the years, but like that RS2 that they did a video about at ECME and a couple other cars. And he had it on consignment with ECME, and I assume it's sold by now.
I haven't seen it here in a
Okay.
while, you see.
Yeah, well, he moved to LA.
Oh, is he?
And,
Okay.
the car was with ECME for that most of that time. It's been like 3 or 4 years. I assume it's been sold. But.
It went up for auction the first time and it RNF'd, and then I think it sold somewhere else after.
Yeah.
Because he was wanting like over $1 million.
I think he was wanting like $1,050,000 for it.
Yeah.
Which is like,
it's cool.
it's just a hard comp. Like it's hard to know
There's not
what
many
it's
of them.
really
Yeah.
worth.
In fact,
Yeah.
I kind of want to say that it's sold at a Car Week auction.
I thought it was like 800 to 900.
I think it sold at a Broad Arrow last year.
Yeah.
It did sell at Broad Arrow last year.
Okay.
I don't remember what it
I
said.
feel like I remember it in the last year or two. Yeah.
Between 8 and million though.
Yeah.
One of those. I remember that.
So the real question is, who wants me and Vijay's Porsche smoke?
Okay, well I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be the guy. I don't think it's gonna end all Porsches, but I'm gonna get a yellow Boxster, same yellow as your car. Boxster, 986, 2.5.
You're gonna turn it into
same color as your car.
Is he gonna
I'm
turn
gonna
it
buy a
into
wood shift knob. I'm gonna buy a wooden shift knob. I'm gonna mount it to the car. I'm gonna drill a hole through the transmission tunnel so that there's a big gaping thing where you just shift. I'm gonna park right next to your shit. And 80% of the people aren't gonna know that.
It's like the video. Have you seen the video of the guy unveiling the
so
CGT?
true.
Yeah,
The guy's,
what-
holy shit! It's a Boxster.
Yeah.
So true.
And I'll probably get ostracized and murdered within
You
the
gotta
same.
put Carrera GT on.
Yeah, I'll put like
trunk lid.
Carrera GT on the back.
It's so true.
Yeah,
It's
and
so true.
and-
That's why I asked the question because it's like so many of them look exactly like one other
It
Porsche.
reminds me of like the classic, what was it, the Porsche Spider, the old James Dean car, the 550?
550.
The 550, yeah. But when you see so many replicas and nobody
What's the
knows the
difference?
freaking
Yeah. You're
difference.
just like, why would I even buy a real one?
At a certain
Buy a Beck Speedster for $50,000.
At a certain point, you spend $6 million for like an experience that really you shouldn't be driving much because of the liability, or you spend $30,000 on like a piece of tin with a Volkswagen engine and
Yeah.
get like basically the same experience.
Yeah.
You know,
Better.
a better experience.
Yeah,
You can
better.
drive the shit out of it. You know?
Yeah.
Well, Robert, what are you thinking?
I didn't even have an answer to this question, which is stupid because I asked it, but the two things I would probably get are a 2.7 RS or a 997 3RS 4.0. I think that those are just two of probably the best Porsches in history.
Yeah.
I think I would maybe actually have a 4.0 over a CGT.
There you go.
It's probably more drivable.
Yeah.
And better. I just feel like it's probably better in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
and like easier to own. You know?
Yeah, way easier to own.
You can find tires for it.
You know the sad thing it's a great choice. The sad thing is 90% of the population would walk right past it.
Yeah, nobody would.
Yeah.
But that's like every Porsche. Nobody would have any idea what I.
Yeah, that's like the beauty of Porsche.
Except for the 960.
Yeah. You win in the
And the CGT, I
visuals.
feel like Carrera GTs are pretty noticeable, and 918s,
Yeah.
the Halo cars.
I think the 918 for sure. I do think a lot of people
Would
would
pass
see a
GT.
Carrera GT and probably walk past it if they weren't car
That's
people.
so crazy.
Yeah.
If they weren't car people.
Yeah.
If they were
No,
car
I
people,
believe it.
they'd be like,
They're pretty
oh,
subdued.
holy shit, it's a CGT.
In
but-
2000, they were, or 2005, they were outrageously wild-looking cars, but now they're pretty subdued.
really like low key on
Yeah.
the radar.
Yeah.
Whenever I see like cool reels of them like drifting, I'm like, this isn't even that nice to look at. It sounds great, but like, and I'm sure the
Yeah.
driving experience is awesome.
Yeah.
Like this is not like
It's not
real
ridiculous.
it's not like
Like
viral.
the GT90. You ever
Yeah.
seen like the Ford GT90?
It's
with
like not
the
a
triangles?
viral worthy thing, you know.
Yeah,
It's like a beautiful thing, and it's going to be a very valuable car forever. But like,
Yeah.
I just like, I do think that there was probably a reason why it took so long for them to creep it up in value, and it was probably because it doesn't give you the same excitement to look at as like whatever the Lamborghini was at the time. I don't even know what that was, but Murcielago. I guess that's not whatever. But
I hate
Well,
the
no,
fact
gated
that
Mercies are really valuable now.
no, yeah, for sure.
I really hate the fact that a first-gen Boxer really looks like the same.
I mean, you ever seen a roof
If you went first,
CTR?
Yeah.
I think until 2021 probably, which means most of my life, I thought the roof CTR was based on the Carrera GT, and it was based on I think it was based on a Cayman or a Boxer.
Yeah, the Cayman. Yeah.
the roof CTR is the Boxster roof, right?
Yeah, it's the stretched mid-engine roof, and I thought it was like a reimagined Carrera GT, and somebody was like, that's not. Oh no, sorry, that's the yellow bird.
Yeah.
What's the mid-engine one?
I forget. I forget. It's pretty cool looking though.
It's really cool, yeah.
Maybe,
It's kind of weird.
maybe RGT. This one.
That one.
Oh, it is CTR.
Yeah, CTR.
CTR3. Okay. Yeah, I just for my entire childhood thought that was based off of Carrera GT because I never looked at it closely, and it's not.
Yeah. This is based off 993, right?
No.
No, this is based off like
a
I think a Cayman or a Boxster. It's
oh,
mid-engine.
Oh yeah, well, it looks like it came in. I should have known that. Yeah. Well, cool.
I think maybe it has a 993 or 996 or 7 front end. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we talk about all these cars, and Vijay already has a car we all want.
Yeah. Whatever.
And
I was right behind it.
His Cayman.
No, look, he's got two Porsches.
Oh, the two Porsches
His
on it.
Cayman.
Yeah. No, that is like there's probably the best one car solution.
Yeah.
My two-car garage right
Chicago's really good to him.
Buy my course.
Buy my course.
Yeah.
now. All the same stuff.
Yeah, but I think that'll do it for an episode. Once again, hopefully this isn't a disaster to watch with all the editing and stuff, but this is our first episode with all these new digital stuff. It'll get way better, obviously, throughout the year, or throughout the 6 months where we're due to be doing this. But make sure to comment down below what you guys are choosing for your Porsche to end all Porsches.
There's not a whole lot left.
Not a whole lot left, really, unless you go like tractor or something.
Nobody said anything about like there's no front engine Porsches and no 4-door Porsches.
I don't think any front end Porsche would end.
And I honestly think a Cayenne Turbo, a first gen manual Cayenne Turbo S could be in the contending here. Not because people think it's cool, but because it actually is cool.
Yep. Yep.
Dude, I'd take a Panamera Sport Turismo with the like a Turbo S. I love that car.
A Panamera Sport Turismo Turbo S with a failed PDK.
I love when those cars get to like when they're starting to get a little bit like weird because you put it into like drive and you like start moving and
It's like
the whole thing shakes. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, this thing is about to get really expensive. Everything is like slipping. I'm like smelling the clutch. I'm like, oh god,
Yeah, not good.
this is gonna be a disaster for you in about 5,000 miles.
Totally.
But anyway, that'll do it. Make sure to comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. We're doing these every week. Sorry we were gone for 3 or 4 weeks, the holidays, and we just got too busy. Life, that's how it goes. But we're back, and we're back for a while.
We're back,
so,
baby.
we will see you on the next episode next week. Take care. See you later.
Bye-bye.